Welcome. It is officially March, which brings with it a few significant events. March Madness, if you're a fan of basketball. It's Pi Day, March 14th, if you're a fat kid like myself. And also St. Patrick's Day, if you're a fan of alcohol. But Iris, are you aware of the significance of March 10th to video game enthusiasts like moi?
March 10th is Mario Day, you know, because Mar-10 looks like Mario. It's a day to celebrate our favourite plumber. Perfect excuse for a little nostalgia trip.
Exactly what I was thinking. And today we're playing Super Mario Advance, or Mario Brothers 2, everybody, let's go.
Is there a reason you picked this specific version over the original NES or the All-Stars version?
Because I haven't played this one at all. I've played the other two until the wheels came off. But I've heard this one has a few new wrinkles. I'm not sure to what extent, but I wanted a new experience, right? And from what I knew, all right. Speak of the devil, all right? Yeah, I heard this one is a little different than what I'm used to. First thing you're gonna notice is there's a lot more speaking, right? And I've heard. I did a little bit of research. I heard some people are not too psyched about how much Mario and the rest of the gang talk in this game. We'll see. We'll give my honest thoughts and reactions, even though I'm not sure I'll even be noticing it, because we'll be chatting, Iris.
Okay, so you might get a few curveballs thrown at you. Sounds fun. Super Mario Bros. 2 is an interesting pick in general due to the unique circumstances surrounding it. I'm assuming that has something to do with its selection as well.
Yep, in large part. But also we got a few trailers for Super Mario Galaxy, the movie that's coming out, the sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie. And it looks like Super Mario Brothers 2 may not be the focal point. I'm not sure. But it looks like it's getting a little bit of love, right? The last trailer around Super Bowl time came out and it showed that looked like we might be going to a galaxy that features Super Mario Brothers 2. It might be like some type of dreamland, or I don't know. But we got to see Birdo, we got to see Mauser. I think there was a couple other guys that escaped me at the moment because I'm trying to remember where this mushroom is and manage this camera, which is unruly. Where is it? Did I get it? Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, it looks like they're going to acknowledge it. And I mean, most of the Mario Brothers 2 bad guys have shown up here and there, mostly in the sports games and stuff. Like Birdo's around, Shy Guys are around. But we haven't seen Wart in forever, and I'm kind of hoping Wart is in the movie, right? I don't think he's really gotten any love since Mario Brothers 2. I think he was in Link's Awakening, right? But he hasn't showed up again. And I know that's kind of the obvious thing you're probably thinking as well. This game was supposed to be a dream. Spoiler. None of it was real. Even though like most of these bad guys show up in the Mushroom Kingdom from this game forward. All right, well, let's get to some Mario Brothers 2 factoids. Iris, take it away while I bean Birdo with some big bad boiled eggs.
Well, let's see. Following the rampant success of Super Mario Bros. 1, one of the follow-up projects the team began working on was an arcade version with more challenging levels, with the goal of inhaling quarters.
That's right. Miyamoto and the team from Super Mario Bros. 1 went to work on a game called Versus Super Mario Brothers for the arcade. And while they were designing more challenging levels, they noticed that they were enjoying the steeper difficulty, and they thought that advanced players would feel the same. Okay, come on, I can get this. All right, Cherry, come on. Ooh, all right, I'll take it. 1. When I was a kid, I used to think if you just mash the button, you get the same thing. All right, I'll take it. Come on. One more. I think that might be the technique. I don't know. It used to work for me though. All right, let's go, Mario.
The team set out to begin development of Super Mario Bros. 2. Miyamoto would play a reduced role in the development this time around, due to becoming a new father, as well as devoting most of his time to working on The Legend of Zelda. He did help turn some dials and adjust some sliders on levels here and there, just not to the same previous capacity.
Yeah, so I think they got this game out pretty quick. Like, I think it only took them like 4 or 5 months to develop it, if I'm remembering correctly. Hold on, we gotta shake a leg for this guy. Wakes up. But I think the development time was reduced greatly because they use the same engine. If you look at the version that Japan got, by the way, it's called The Lost Levels in America. It looks exactly like the first game. It looks like Super Mario Brothers 1. So they built a lot of that version of Mario Brothers 2 off of what already existed, and they just threw in a few levels from the arcade version along with the newly designed ones, and bingo a bango, you got a new game, lickety split. All right, I'll just take this guy and bring him down here and plant it right about here, and presto. Iris, what was next in my notes?
The game was developed for the Famicom Disk System, a console that was exclusive to Japan. One of the first things that's worth mentioning is that this is the genesis of Mario and Luigi having different physics. Luigi jumps higher and slides around quite a bit more than his brother.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably the most innocuous change, because everything after that is pretty drastic. Beginning with the difficulty. The difficulty is so insanely steep. It asks a lot of leaps of faith. All right, I want to make sure I get all these coins right. Which often lead to you just flinging yourself into the abyss. Right? Never a good time. Along with a lot of power-ups, some good, some bad. Like the poison mushroom is introduced here. We get a little pre-fight banter here. All right, bring it, Berto. All right, and what you're hearing is the Mario Brothers 2 battle theme music. Right, everything in this game absolutely slaps. Right, I feel like the music in this game is just as iconic as the first game. Right, if you're gonna be fighting a weird snuffleupagus monster that spits out its unborn children at you, you want to have an absolute banger playing. All right, hold on, let me see. Iris, we got anything else while I try and win some extra lives? Give me some more factoids.
Upon its release in Japan, the game sold very well. However, there were criticisms that it was too similar to the first game. It looked the same, and the music was exactly the same as well. These criticisms, coupled with a less than warm reception from the offices at Nintendo of America, would trigger a course correction.
Yeah, so there was a warehouse worker. His name's in my notes. Iris will give it to me in a second. But he received, unboxed, and assembled and delivered a lot of the arcade games for Nintendo. And he received Super Mario Brothers 2, like with no fanfare, no pomp and circumstance, nothing. It was just in one of his shipments. And he was shocked and alarmed and also excited to play Super Mario Brothers 2, right? This is the follow-up to one of the big, This is the follow-up to one of the biggest games of all time at that point. But upon playing it, he became increasingly dismayed. I rarely get to use that word. Let's go with Luigi.
Howard Phillips was a young, enthusiastic employee working at Nintendo of America. He often enjoyed early access to new games before they were launched for the Western market. President Minoru Arakawa saw value in his opinions as a Western gamer and would often take them into consideration. So it was quite concerning when Howard was less than thrilled with the follow-up to their tentpole blockbuster. Video games, as an industry, were still on shaky ground following the crash of 1983. Nintendo needed to be very cautious about the products they put out.
Yeah, before the Nintendo Entertainment System, there was the Atari, and the Atari for developers was pretty much like the Wild Wild West. Like, there was no standards. All right, we got a secret here, everybody. Anybody could put whatever they wanted on the Atari, and it ended up flooding the market with a lot of crap, and a lot of people lost faith in buying anything to do with video games, and the market crashed. So a few years later, when Nintendo shows up, they have very staunch restrictions for developers. You can only put so many games a year out on their console, and it has to come through Nintendo, and it has to get approved with the Nintendo seal of quality, right? So you know it's not horse shit, right? Nintendo was very brand control. Damn it. Maybe this is the best place for me to take over the story, because I gotta control Luigi on the ice level. Iris, you take over. What do you got? All right, come on. Damn it.
Having trouble today, are we? Hang on.
Oh, hilarious. Iris, just continue with the story, please. Jesus.
Where were we? Yes. In addition to concerns over Western gamers being put off by a punishing difficulty, officials were concerned about the length of time it would take to convert the game from a disc into a cartridge.
Yeah, time was definitely a factor. Considering that the game looked exactly like the first one, by the time they got it onto a cartridge, they were worried about it possibly looking outdated. A lot of other third-party developers were already developing their own mascot characters. Nintendo didn't want Mario to end up looking prehistoric and ancient by the time they got this thing out, right? So there's a lot of fixes that need to be put in place, right? In addition to not wanting to piss off gamers by having a game that actively tells them how much it hates them, you know? All right. It's just not a good time to put out a game that pisses people off. All right. Go. Okay. All right, so what's next, Iris?
Eventually, the idea was conceived to rework an older title and reshape it into the Super Mario Bros. 2 that would eventually be released in the West. That game would be Yume Kōjō Doki Doki Panic.
That's right. Doki Doki Panic had 4 main characters that you play as, and it was easy as pie for Nintendo to swap them out and slot in Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and of course Toad. Let me see. There has to be something down one of these, right? I think there's an extra life. Is it right here? Nope. Is it right? Yeah. So Nintendo, finding their solution, went to work marketing this thing, and through that we got the advent of Nintendo Power Magazine. Rob has talked about it a few times on our show. The thing was a big deal everywhere, right? You've probably seen the image. The front cover is a claymation image of Mario like jumping off a mushroom while Wart looks on in disgust, right? This thing was a big deal. Come on. All right, so further driving the hype of this game at its launch was the fact that there was a chip shortage going on. So it was incredibly scarce, really hard to find. It made it even more desirable because only a few people could get their grubby mitts on it. And I remember going to my friend's house and him and his brother were playing it, and it was like crack. The first time I played it, first time I saw them playing it, I had to have more of this in my life. I could not wait. We gotta get out of this ice world, right? We gotta find the next warp and be on our way. But yeah, I immediately was hooked. It was one of my greatest performances ever, convincing my mom to buy this thing for me, because it was maybe once or twice a year she would buy me video games, right? My birthday, and then maybe if I got like a good report card or something, you know. But this was the greatest performance I had ever put on. All right, okay. Yeah, I first convincing her to buy it for me. She eventually relented and was like, okay, but you can't open this till your birthday, right? I'll get it, but it's going in my closet till then. So in my little kid brain, right, now it's time to step it up a notch, right? We got one foot in the door. Now it's time to take it to the next level with the Wolf of Wall Street level hard sell, right? And believe me when I tell you, this is my crowning achievement of my career of being a little kid. Somehow, I convinced my mom to let me open my birthday present months in advance. And I don't know how I did it. And I think that's the only time I ever made a plea to my mother where she actually backed down and was like, okay, fine. Ordinarily, it would have earned me just the most disrespectful ass whipping you could imagine, right? But this is the one time where she was like, all right, hold on, we got a secret around here, right here. And it was magical, right? Not just because I got to play the game, but because I, a little kid, convinced an adult to do something. So it wasn't until years later that we learned about what had actually happened. That our Mario Brothers 2 was actually called Super Mario USA in Japan, I believe. And the real Super Mario Brothers 2 was way too difficult. It was around the time when we got Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo, and they released Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels, which is actually Super Mario Brothers 2 that was in Japan. And I remember trying it here and there, but I don't know. I didn't know it was Super Mario Brothers 2 at the time when I played it, but I was like, this is not very much fun. Hold on. Come on. No.
Is it in any way humiliating that they made a watered-down, accessible Mario game, and yet here you are, struggling like it's Dark Souls?
It's because I have to talk and tell the story and chit-chat and half pay attention to what's going on. All right, okay. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. But I mean, you're kind of right. It is a little embarrassing. All right, come on, Toad. But yeah, I really do love coming back to these older games that I grew up with. I haven't played this game in a long time, and this is a version I haven't really messed with at all. And there definitely seems to be like a few new wrinkles. And all this amidst the video game industry being on absolute fire right now. What was it? Sony just blew up Blue Point. Microsoft is pretty much in ashes. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this whole thing plays out. But Phil Spencer, if you don't know, he retired. And the person who we all thought was going to be his successor, Sarah Bond, just up and split. And this all just seemingly came out of nowhere. I don't know. I just want to enjoy my video games and I don't want to think about the doom and gloom that's going on. Okay, all right, we're sitting pretty. Honestly, I want Xbox to do good. I want them to do well, but I don't know. It's hard to be optimistic. All right, come on. Right? Because without Xbox, I don't feel like there's a whole lot keeping Sony in check. Like, they both need each other. Right? I think that's kind of the reason why Xbox shit the bed the way they did. Like, they felt like they were untouchable and they put out the Xbox One with all this fucked up shit. And people were like, nah, fam, fuck y'all. We out. So, and they've spent like 2 generations trying to pick up the pieces from, what's his name, Dom Matrick, who did a lot of anti-consumer bullshit everybody hated. Right. I don't know. Come on. What's down here? This is new, right? This wasn't in the old game, right? Where is it? Is this one? I don't know, but they got a new head honcho at Xbox, and it really seems like, well, who knows? You know, they're always gonna come up with a statement that sounds like what we want to hear. You never know, but it sounds like they're completely ditching the everything is an Xbox marketing plan they had, and trying to go back to just good old-fashioned. We're gonna make an awesome console that is a lot of fun to own, and we're gonna pack it to the gills with exclusives. Hold on, I deal with this asshole. All right, I used to have a system. I dealt with this guy. There we are. Easy peasy. All right.
This is one of the strongest years of titles coming out, juxtaposed by the anarchy that is the memory shortages, price hikes, and developer layoffs and shutdowns.
Yeah, you are not wrong. We have Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out at the end of this year, hopefully, and Resident Evil 9 just came out, which I don't know when we're gonna play it on this show. Hold on, we got another boss fight. I don't know if it's better to play it sooner because everybody's playing it right now, or if we should wait maybe till like Halloween, right? But I think those are like the bigger games. Then there's some other ones that I think just might be my personal picks, like Phantom Blade Zero, Scott Pilgrim EX. Hold on. Come on. The shrieks in agony are a little off-putting, right? From Birdo. Reanimal just came out. What else? No! God damn! Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Speaking of Resident Evil, it's been on my mind lately, and really I was probably gonna play it for spooky season, like around October, but I've been wanting to play Resident Evil 2 again. Like, we did Leon A, so I think we should do Claire B, right? Like, you don't really have to twist my arm to... Oh. All right, you don't have to twist my arm to get me to play more Resident Evil. I love that franchise, and I didn't make a dime. You know what else I've been playing is the DLC that they just released for Neva. Can I go under here with this potion? No, I cannot. All right, well, now we know, and knowing's half the battle. Yeah, they released some DLC for Neva. It was an action platformer game that came out like a couple years ago, and we played it on the show, but I don't know if they're still up. I think we had a problem with some of the recordings and the audio or something. But maybe we'll play the DLC for the show. We'll give it another shot. All right, I really like the game. It is stylish, it's beautiful, and yeah, I want to play it on a channel, show it off. Maybe it'll get in front of a few more people's faces and they'll pick it up. Then maybe we'll get some more games like this from the studio. All right, okay. I think this is a Warp 2, right? I'm kind of going on muscle memory with a lot of this. I just, when I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this here. All right. Okay. All right. And and there we go. All right, that's new. That didn't used to be in the old games, right? Okay. Nope. All right. The respawn in these old games. Okay, come on. And there we go. All right, let me think. Is there any other games that's worth mentioning that either just came out or are on the horizon? Iris, what else did I have planned that I wanted to play, or what's notable that's coming out soon while I deal with Red Birdo?
You have mentioned Resident Evil Requiem, Pragmata, Mouse PI for Hire, Lego Batman, and Phantom Blade Zero, all of which have quite a bit of buzz around them.
All right. I guess a thing you could do is rip off Birdo's ribbon. Okay. That's new, I think. I don't think you could do that in the old game. But yeah, all those games. Requiem already mentioned. Pragmata, though. Yeah, that is one. We played the demo. I am excited for that one. Let me see. Phantom Blade Zero looks really cool. Okay. Lego Batman, we have to play it because, Drew, please. Please. Okay, let me get through this first. Let me stop talking real quick so I can focus on what I'm doing. Shy Guys. More like bye guys. Right? Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Yeah, you're getting a lot of mileage out of that today, huh?
I'll stop using it when it stops being useful, Pumpkin.
Touche. All right, let's see. But currently, in addition to playing Neva, I've been brushing up on my Street Fighter 6 again. I can never stay away for too long, even though it has been like, has to be like over a year. I haven't played really since season 1. I think they're midway through season 3, so it's been a little while. But I don't know, I start getting the itch after a little while, right? I haven't been able to play because I'm so busy playing all these other games. Like, it's kind of funny to think about. Like, I don't have time for video games because I'm busy playing video games, but sometimes it bees like that, baby. All right, let's see. All right. But yeah, I am playing Street Fighter 6 again. I'm practicing. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to learn and practice new combos. So many bobs. He's throwing so many bobs. Oh, God. No. Okay. There you go. Gotcha. All right. Come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, Princess just sucks at picking stuff up. God. That was my fault. That's user error. Yeah. So this is Mauser, and it definitely looked like he was in the trailer for Super Mario Galaxy, like I mentioned previously. Right? I really am pretty excited for this movie. I like the first one a lot. Me and Rob went to go see it. And I don't want to say high hopes. Like, the trailers never oversell me. Like, I know it's not the movie, but I'm hoping it's really good. Seeing got him. Seeing Mario and Luigi on the big screen, it just hits me right in the nostalgia, right? I have fond memories of waking up for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show before I went to school.
So how many episodes do you predict this game will take?
Just the one. We're finishing it today. I know I haven't been really keeping you abreast of where we're at and how we're doing, but we're on the last level right now. So I'm pretty sure we're going to, I don't want to jinx it. There's always the possibility I could be blowing it at any moment.
Gosh,
Okay,
no fooling? All jokes aside, what's our runtime and what's our death tally?
It looks like we're at almost 35 minutes. And I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track of how many times I've died. I think like 8 or 9. Not quite sure. But I know we're almost done.
Are you playing anything else today, or is this it?
Actually, we are going to do an episode right after this of No More Heroes, right? I forget what mission we just got done or where we're at in the game, but I remember we were having a lot of fun playing it, or I was rather, and I can't wait to play some more. It's been a little bit of time since we played the first episode, but we did also start playing Romeo's a Dead Man. I don't know if I'm gonna keep playing it for the show. I'm not sure, because playing these games for the show usually means I kind of have to slow down and take smaller bites out of them, because I'll usually play for like an hour, maybe a little bit longer usually. And I really want to just sink my teeth into that game and just play for as long as possible, right? Might be like 2-3 hours or longer. I don't know. But I definitely feel like it's hindering my progress, and I get the feeling it's pretty lengthy, right? I want to get through it. Plus, also, I got to start Resident Evil. I need to just get through that. My back catalog is growing exponentially, right? Just when I think I put a dent in it, like 2-3 more games come out. Okay. All right, I think this part was a little tricky.
You're positively breaking my heart right now, Drew. Is there a charity that I can donate to that would ease your nightmarish burden of having too many video games?
All right, I hear what you're saying. And yeah, I feel bad for having been complaining a moment ago. Okay. All right. I need this star man. It's gonna help me get through all this nonsense. So we can be on our way. Right? Okay. Fuck you. Shit. Okay. All right. Yeah, really, it isn't. It isn't really that big of a deal. Right? We're gonna get through it. I could have worse problems. All right. But actually, I am looking forward to playing all these. And I'm having a lot of fun going back and revisiting games like this. You know what the trickiest part is? Is not absolutely tripping over my own dick while I play these games on the internet. That's the trickiest part. Now, the trickiest part is that every now and again, like, I get the itch to go back and play a random game that I haven't played in a while, and I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, I have so many games that I am behind on that I need to put a dent in, or at least start, you know? And then I gotta play games for the show. Like, I just don't have time to, like, take any time for myself and just play something I've already played for. But it's just like a good comfort food that I want to, you know, get 2 scoops of. I call it. Let me see. All right, I gotta concentrate. No running in my mouth while I do this one. Okay. All right. Nope. Wait. Yeah. All right. Honestly, like, and this was totally unplanned. Like, I didn't know, obviously, that the blue point thing was going to happen. Wait. But I've been planning on playing Uncharted. All right, I have the Nathan Drake collection, which is the original trilogy, and I've played the first 2. I don't think I've played the third one, but I am looking forward to starting that series on our show. Right, I really love the first and second one, and I've started the 4th one, but I just never finished it. All right, okay, we're in. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, does it go a little faster than it was before? Yeah, I started the 4th Uncharted. I really love that franchise. It's a lot of fun. Ooh. Okay. Am I the only one that thought it was weird that Tom Holland was Nathan Drake in the movies, though? Like, I really like Tom Holland. I really like him as Spider-Man, but he's just, I don't know. I had a tough time buying him as Nathan Drake. Okay. We're on the last level, guys. Iris, we are raiding Ward's fortress. Right? Train's pulling into the station now.
Have fun storming the castle.
Is that a Princess Bride reference? Iris, well done.
I thought you'd like that. Billy Crystal isn't celebrated enough.
I agree. I might have to lock in a little bit. Some of these look like they might be a little tricky. I gotta pay attention to all the platforming and stuff. It really kind of cranks it up a notch or two for this last level, huh? I think we're kind of in a little lull right here. Things are too difficult. Okay, spoke too soon. All right. Right on time. Pride cometh before the fall, Drew. Okay.
So how does the Game Boy Advance version of Super Mario Bros. 2 stack up, in your opinion?
To the original, I feel like it's pretty much the same. Like, there's a little touches here and there, little bits of polish that I appreciate. I don't think the original had like all the backgrounds, you know, fully fleshed out. I think it was just like, it looked more like this, like where it's just a blue screen in the background. There we go. Instead of having a full decor visible back there. Obviously just, it looks cleaner. And I mean, like I said, we're chatting, so we're not really hearing how much he's actually spouting off his little quips and comments and things like that. So it's not really bothering me. I don't get what people are saying. It's not hitting me like that. But the little bit that I am hearing it, I'm like, I like it. It's kind of how he was in Mario 64, right? Just constantly like letting out his little yelps and stuff like that and wahoos. Right? That's Mario, just a jovial dude.
So it's essentially the same experience. I guess that makes sense. It was probably meant not as a new experience, but as the same one, only portable.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything up here? I don't remember this. Okay, yeah. I think this game was kind of meant as an easy meal, right? You could finish it in an afternoon, right? No muss, no fuss. And I think we have like 1 or 2 Birdo fights in here. All right, I gotta say, with the music and everything, and even with like the way the bad guys are kind of positioned, I feel like it's a little more chill than Bowser's Castle usually ends up being, right? Maybe Wart's like a fun boss, right? He plays like a little more mellow. What kind of music would this be? It's almost like Calypso or something. God damn it. Okay. All right. Okay. Ugh. Okay.
That's quite a bit of huffing and puffing. Have we run into a spot of trouble, darling? She says as she slowly lifts her tuba to her shit-eating grin.
Everything is A-okay, right? Stand down. I got it. Hold on. Wait. Okay. I just gotta focus. All right. Well, just give me a second, guys. No banter for 2 minutes. All right, it's gotta get around all these guys. Okay. All right, and they automatically shuffle to whatever end you're at. Yeah. Okay. No, now we want to hang out over on this side. Nope, going back to the other side. No, we want to hang out over here. God. All right. Okay. Ugh. The freeze when the camera scrolls up or down it messes with me a little bit. All right, and this should be a Birdo. All right. Ooh. All right, let me shake out the sillies. All right, relax. Okay. All right. 1 potato. Ooh, whoa. Hold on. Damn it. 2 potato. 3 potato. 4. Alright. I like, you know what? If people were complaining about the voice acting, I like the talking Birdos. I gotta be for real with y'all. Okay. We're already getting boss music. Okay, right? And back-to-back Birdo fights? Alright. Okay. Wait. Okay. I can handle this. Oh, you know what? I mean, while we're playing Mario, I think one of the things that I forgot to mention that is on the horizon, or maybe came out because I haven't really been clocking for it. But there we go. Is the Super Mario Brothers Wonder update for Switch 2. I don't really think it's for me. I don't know if people are excited about it or what, but I don't know. It looks like a lot of multiplayer stuff, which probably could be fun for the show if I was gonna have people over. Damn it. But just for me personally, I never super got into the Mario Party scene, right? I never really played those games. They're not for me. All right, this guy comes to life and I have to beat him with these mushroom blocks. These are mushroom blocks, right? I feel like that's what it said in the instruction booklet. If you're not familiar, video games used to come with instruction booklets, and they used to have explanations of what the moves were, how to do them, and they would tell you who all the baddies were, and you get like artwork. All right. Okay. And here we are. Boss fight time. Okay. All right, so he's gonna spit out these bubbles that are harmful to the touch. You just gotta avoid them while you try and jam these turnips down his ward hates vegetables. That was one of the things that said in the instruction manual that I mentioned way back. All right. All right. So just gotta do this dance. It's a delicate tango. God damn it. Can I get up here? I need to get some more. Oh, no way. They make it just out of reach too. Maybe if I was Luigi, I could get back up there. Okay. All right. Eat your veggies. All right. Maybe we can do this. Maybe. Oh, no. No. Okay.
It looks like this year's crop of face plants will be bountiful. Praise be.
I'm not listening to you. Not listening to you. Okay. Nope. That's not gonna rattle me at all. All right. I think I got one more left. I think you have to hit him like 5 times. You have to cram these fucking veggies down. No. Okay. All right. Don't let it rattle you. And Ward has voice acting too. Cherry on the cake. I actually enjoy his screams of agony. All right, guys. And that's it. We did it. We finished Super Mario Brothers Advance, or Super Mario Brothers 2. And I don't remember what the story was or who these guys were, but apparently they needed my help. They were trapped in Wart's sex dungeon, and now they're free to explore their kinks on their own terms. All right? No longer do they have to bend a knee to this sexual deviant frog and his frequent and erratic kinky demands. Okay. Okay, Mario's the MVP. I thought I used Peach. Maybe I shouldn't finish the level with Peach. I switched her out. I failed you, princess. But that's it. We have finished Super Mario Brothers, and now we get some credits. Right? This is the reveal. It was all a dream. I think it said that in the instruction manual too. Mario was having a dream and he came across like a subspace door or something that led to the world of Subcon. As in subconscious. And I'm just now putting that together how many decades later. Right. True. Put down the video games and maybe read a book once in a while. All right, and we get the cast. All right, roll that beautiful bean footage. All right, everybody knows Mario and Luigi. And now we got Peach and a Toad. But they also credit the baddies, right? Shy Guy, Sniff It. Good to see you, Ninja. All right, get familiar with all these guys because I am totally expecting to see them all in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Not all of them. Maybe we should put wagers in the comments on the likelihood of seeing who. I want to see Bob-omb. You got to. Bob-omb is probably my favorite and probably the most persistent of the Mario 2 bad guys, right? Maybe Birdo. Albatos, right? Phanto, these are all so clever. Spark, that one's kind of lazy. And Subcon, was those the little guys we just rescued? Pokey, the cactus. I never even came across Ostro. Our guy Birdo, Autobomb. We're all just waiting till we get to Wart. Cobrat. And I was right, Mauser. I wasn't sure if that was his name or not. Never saw Fry Guy. I think that was a boss. Roberto. These are all the guys we skipped over. Claw Grip, Tricloud. We never even got to show up. We were pretty cool. Maybe next time play the game all the way through, you pussy. And last but not least, Wart, who definitely looks more chill than Bowser. He's wearing like a bathrobe and a medallion like fucking Ron Burgundy. Bowser wears like BDSM gear with spikes on it and shit. Wart definitely runs a looser ship. All right, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Leave us a like. It really helps us out. Subscribe. We'll be around next time. We play some more Super Mario. I don't know what we're going to play next. Maybe Super Mario Sunshine. But until then, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.